Today we will hear about the strange activities of a young man from Vietnam who has gone viral not only in Vietnam but also all over the internet in the last few days. For this strange act, this man suddenly decided one day that he would leave everything of civilization behind. There would be no city, no electricity, no market. In his life, he would have only nature, a huge chariot, and the skills of his own two hands. His only goal was to build a completely self-sufficient floating island in the middle of the water by himself. Although it may sound incredible, this dream pulled him towards a secluded lake hidden in the dense rainforest of Vietnam. Jungle all around, strange silence, and unknown dangers. This is where the most difficult test of his life was going to begin. But one thing became very clear here. This man was not just building a house. He was actually creating his own future with his own hands. Where there were no facilities around, no preparation, but there he was using his own skills and ideas to build a new life from scratch. And the reality in today's world is much the same. A person who learns new skills and thinks in new ways is the one who can best prepare himself for the future. And if you also want to secure your future by learning new skills, then this Ramadan I will share with some of you all the strategies and complete AI integration process that I have learned in the journey of turning my Angel from 0 to a channel with 11 million subscribers from the last 9 years. For more details, go to the description and the first comment. Let's go back to that lonely riverbank, where his incredible construction story began. His first task was to create a floating foundation. While searching around, he discovered that the most suitable material for this is bamboo. It is strong, light, and floats easily in water. So he started cutting bamboo one after another and tying them together to make a big raft. But where is the rope? Here too, he finds a solution from nature. He makes a strong rope by tearing the strong fibers of bamboo. The bamboos were tied tightly with that rope, and his floating foundation was slowly built. Then he started to erect the wooden structure on the raft. But he did not have any iron nails. So he used an ancient construction technique. He made small holes in the wood and inserted another wooden head into the hole to create a strong joint. Unbelievably, his strong wooden frame stood up without a nail. Then he began to build the roof. The bamboo was split into thin tiles and placed one on top of the other. It was arranged in such a way that rainwater could easily flow down. Within a few days, a small but quite strong house floated in the middle of the raft. But this house alone was not enough to survive. He needed food. At first, he caught oysters and small fish with his hands in the water. The place where he first started working was very rocky and steep. It was becoming difficult to work there. So he moved with his dog to another place, where there was a flat sandy shore. So he started to build a garden on the raft. He brings black fertile soil and rotten leaves from the forest to make small farming areas, where he plants peppers, vegetables, and a banana tree. Slowly, a green little world begins to grow on the floating house. But he doesn't stop there. In the middle of the raft, he makes a small pond where he will raise fish. He makes a special trap for catching fish. One day, a large catfish is caught in that trap. Meanwhile, it is not possible to sit in one place on the raft all the time. So he makes a small paddle-powered boat. This boat, which is propelled by feet, allows him to move quickly. Now he can easily go to different parts of the raft and collect more wood and bamboo. Then he comes up with an even bigger plan. Rice cultivation on water. He makes a large structure with bamboo. He makes a layer with banana leaves to trap water. Then he creates fertile land by mixing soil, rotten leaves, and wood ash. There he sows rice seeds. Over time, his floating world grows larger. One day while walking in the forest, he noticed a clear path. He knew that some animal must be walking on this path regularly. So he set a trap there. After waiting for a while, 2 wild chickens were caught in the trap. But this was not just a meal for him. It became a future investment for him. He brought the chickens on a raft and built a small house for them. Meanwhile, he needed bees to collect fruit in his garden. So he went to the forest and found a wild beehive. Very carefully, he caught the queen bee and put it in a new box. In a short time, the entire beehive moved to that new house. Now hundreds of bees started coming to his garden. And he got another priceless food, honey. Finally, it was time to harvest. He cut, dried, and pounded the rice he had planted with his own hands. After so long, the moment of eating his own rice was one of the happiest moments of his life. Slowly, his floating island turned into a small village. There were fish farms, vegetable gardens, rice fields, chicken coops, and beehives. A year ago, he had come here all alone. But today, standing in front of him was a dream he had built with his own hands. This place was not just a floating house. It was the result of his patience, hard work, and intelligence. In the end, he understood a great truth. The world could never be conquered alone, but in harmony with nature.